Hey, if you are in the mood to see a live show and get some laughs, you might want to check out our next guests. Colin, Mochrie, and Brad Sherwood of Whose Line Is It Anyway? They are coming to the Moore Theater in Seattle as a part of their Scared Scriptless tour. Colin and Brad talked with producer Susie about the show and what makes their longtime partnership so successfully silly.
Whose Line Is It Anyway is so iconic. What do the two of you love so much about doing this kind of improv work?
I think the fact, and Brad mentions this a lot, it's unlike, big rock bands. We don't have to do our greatest hits every night. Every show is completely different, depending on how we're reacting, on what the audience gives us. And every show is a unique experience. That audience will be the only group that sees that particular show. And I think that's what keeps it exciting for us.
Yeah, we always have to be, we may not be on the top of our game, but we always have to be thinking, we can't phone any part of it in because it's all happening for the very first time. And everything that we're saying and singing and doing will never happen again. So you can't be on autopilot in this. Like if you were in a Broadway musical that you've sung the song and you've done the tap dancing number 1,000 times, you might be thinking about your grocery list. We don't have time to do that.
Unless your grocery list can work with the audience, right?
Yeah. If it's the suggestion, if he asks me what my grocery list is, well, then I will actually work from reality and give him my real grocery list.
Okay, you're so quick-witted. You really have to be. Did that come naturally to you? Have you both always been that way? What would your mom say?
It came naturally to me. Colin is still working on it. But yes, I have been a savant improviser my whole life. Colin?
I go with savant for sure. Maybe idiot in front of that, just to expand. I was very quiet as a child, so I may have thought things quickly, but I certainly didn't say anything. I was a quiet, a good student. It wasn't until I got bitten by the theater bug that that part of my brain really came to the fore.
I love it that part of your brain was there to do that. I'm not sure everybody could say that, could develop quick-wittedness.
I think people can, they just stop themselves because they feel, oh, I'm going to make a fool out of myself. I'm going to embarrass myself.
It's kind of a heightened, funny theatrical version of the way you used to use your brain when you would play by yourself, like with dolls and little toy soldiers or whatever fantasy world you were writing the entire story for, or when you're playing with other kids and it's making up some adventure that you're going on. It's kind of tapping into that, which a lot of people just start to slowly shut down or never use again in their adult life.
Well, let's talk about the show, Scared Scriptless. It's a lot like Whose Line Is It Anyway, but you're a live audience and you really have to rely on the two of you. Mm-hmm. How is that?
It's an adrenaline rush. It's the same thing that people that are athletes or jumping out of airplanes, things that like really get your heart going. That's what it does for us. It gets our brains going and our hearts going, and we're getting paid to be on stage making people laugh. And I think both of us are vampires for laughter.
Yeah, it's such a nice change from doing the show where we have to lug the heavy, dead weight of Ryan Stiles and Wayne Brady. So we get a chance to fly, to be free.
Yeah. Okay, so 22 years together, longer than many marriages. How do you keep it fresh? Do you ever take time apart, even before the show?
We're lucky in that I think we get along really well. We complement each other. Each of us has our different sort of tasks on the tour. Brad has the most work. I'm just there to make sure he doesn't stroke out.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
He just sits there and looks pretty while I run around and talk to the crew and make sure they do everything. My short answer to your original question was lingerie. So
it does keep it
always
fresh.
Helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I won't ask who's shopping for who.
Best not to.
Okay. All right. So I'm not saying that you're getting older, but sometimes when we do get older, our mind goes blank or we forget things. Does that happen to you? And do you have go-tos that you just know you can just say and then you'll get back into it?
I mean, it really helps that there's two of us and we've worked together for so long. There is a real trust there. And so if I'm forgetting something, I'll kind of step back and let Brad take the reins of the scene. I mean, there is a scene in our show that depends on both of us having incredible memory skills. And that has failed us from time to time.
From time to time.
From
But I
time
will
to
say, as far as you said the phrase, our mind goes blank. In improv, your mind goes blank, whether it's for a millisecond or 3 seconds, all throughout the show, because you're being handed a new piece of information that you have to process and go on with. So it goes blank like you do in your living life when someone throws something puzzling at you. But our job is to make that amount of time as unnoticeable to the audience as possible.
I love that.
Which
And
usually
what a
is.
wonderful job to be able to make people laugh and feel good about themselves when they walk out of the theater. So thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for having us on. We're really looking forward to the show.
All right. And I'm looking forward to the whole lingerie thing. So thank you.
Well, it's a big part of the show.
It's right there now.
That quick-witted Susie. You can watch Colin and Brad's Scared Scriptless show at the Moore Theater in Seattle on Saturday, January 14th. The show is PG and family friendly. Just love those guys.